Good morning, students. So today I will discuss force and torque on dipole. So as we have discussed in my previous lectures, I have described the basics properties of dielectrics. What are the dielectric basic definition of polarization and induced dipole moments? Then I have discussed some polar and non-polar molecules. So as we have as we have learned in in my previous lecture that a neutral atom had no dipole moments. So it means because when we have not applied any electric field, so there is no dipole moment. But when we have applied electric field, so then obviously induced dipoles used to created by applying external electric field. So we have denoted and taken a quantity p, that is small p vector, so that is basically that is induced dipole. Or in case of a polar molecule, if we apply electric field, then basically this randomly oriented dipoles, they basically get aligned into the direction of electric field. So that is also known as the polarization. So, for example, I have given that is in, let us say, in water molecule, electron tend to cluster around the oxygen atom, and since the molecule is bent at 105 degree, this leaves negative charge to the vertex and a net positive charge at the opposite end. So therefore, a dipole, basically induced dipole, basically created within the water molecule. So what happens when such molecules, so this is the basically basic motivation of this current topics. So this force and torque on the dipole. Let us say we have such an molecules. What happened to when such molecules are placed in an electric field? So basically, so we'll discuss about the how much force and how much torque will develop when an molecule, a dipole, will be placed in an electric field. So let us assume that an electric dipole is present in an electric field. So this electric field may be two types. Maybe this electric field may be uniform electric field. This may be non-uniform electric field. If we consider first case that electric field is uniform, then let us we have a dipole that is plus q charge and minus q charge. They are separated at uh, d distance apart. So an uniform electric field is applied as I have shown in figure and in figure. So on plus q charge, let us say force F plus is appears, so that is F plus is equal to q into E, that is charge into the electric field, and obviously a minus q charge, that force is equal to F minus vector, that is minus q E. Obviously this force and in uniform electric field on the torque, in the dipole, if you see, that is plus F and minus F, they are basically both are equal, but they are in opposite direction. So if you calculate the net force on this dipole when electric field is uniform, so obviously these two forces basically will cancel out each other. So F will be equal to 0 because F plus will be equal to plus q into E, and F minus, that is equal to minus q into E. So net force will be equal to F is equal to F plus vector plus F minus vector. So F plus vector is basically q into E minus q into E. So this plus q into E and minus q into E equal to 0. So I have written simply by with red color, that is F is equal to 0. So that is, it means when a electric dipole is placed in an uniform electric field, then there is no force basically acts on a dipole. However, there will be a torque on the dipole. So we can find out the torque. So basically we can define torque vector, that is n vector I have written here. So that is, we know the torque is equal to r into r cross f. That is basically that is if we define in this term, so I have written here r plus vector cross product with f plus vector, that is plus r minus vector plus cross f minus vector, where this obviously r is the basically the distance from the center of the torque, center of the dipole. So that is obviously r plus is basically d by 2 and r minus basically minus d by 2, because total separation of the dipole is, that is d, and f plus is q into E and minus is q into E. So if we can find out the total torque on the dipole, that n vector is equal to d by 2 vector cross product q into E bracket, and again plus minus d by 2 cross product minus q into E. So this total torque, that is equal to q by 2 d cross E plus q by 2 d cross E. So n vector, that is torque, is equal to q d cross E. Obviously, if you here see here that we can write q d vector cross e. So here q and d that we have already defined in my previous lecture, that q d is equal to basically a dipole moment, that is p vector. So we can write this torque is equal to p cross e. So this is basically the torque on a dipole in an uniform electric field. Note that the direction of n, that is torque, is such a way that it always try to pull the dipole, that is dipole moment p vector, in the direction of electric field. So obviously this uh, n vector is basically, that is if you write, so we can write that p cross e in more detail. We can write that n vector is equal to basically p cross e vector. So that is basically p e sine theta, where this n cap, where this equations tell that this vector n, that is always basically perpendicular to the direction of p vector and e vector. So I have tried to shown here in a uniform electric field, a torque is there. So if theta is basically angle between the dipole moment and the electric field. Obviously, if you see, as I discussed earlier, this theta, basically this electric field will try to tend the dipole into the direction of electric field. So if you put the value of theta, so theta, if the theta will be 90, obviously then the torque will be maximum. So that is pe n cap. And obviously if theta is equal to 0, so this n will be equal to n minimum, that is minimum torque, that is basically 0. So then there is no torque. In that case, this dipole will be in equilibrium position. So obviously dipole will be stable when theta is equal to 0, or we can also substitute theta is equal to 180 degree. In that case also, this sine theta becomes equal to 0. So our dipole will be in stable equilibrium, or will be in the direction of electric field, if theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, and this there will be maximum torque, or there will be some torque which will always tend to align the dipole into the direction of electric field if theta is equal to 90 or 270 degree. That will be maximum, and if greater than 0 degree, so that will then obviously there will be a torque on the dipole. If you remember that we have discussed about the polar dielectrics, a polar material, in that case we have seen that there are large number of tiny dipoles are already present into the dielectrics. So because of their random orientation, there is no net electric dipole moments into the dielectric material. But when we apply an electric field, so what will happen, because all the dipoles are basically randomly oriented. So when we apply an electric field in some certain direction, so this electric field, because of this electric field, there will be a torque developed on the each dipole, and this torque will try to align all the dipoles into the direction of electric field. Because of that, when all the electric dipoles in a dielectric, they will get aligned into the direction of electric field. So that phenomena we have called, that is basically known as the polarization of a dielectric. So that happens in case of polar dielectric materials. So this property is basically utilized in polar dielectrics. So this is the first case when we have applied uniform electric field in a dielectric material, or in a torque. So we have discussed force and torque on in a dipole moments in case of uniform electric field. Now second case, if you consider that if the electric field is non-uniform, obviously that means F plus means that force on the plus charge, that will be not exactly equal to the force on the negative charge. Therefore obviously there will be net force on the dipole in addition to the torque. Obviously torque will be there. So net force on the dipole in non-uniform electric field, that can be calculated by writing that F vector, that is net force, that is equal to F plus vector plus F minus vector. So that is basically force on the positive charge plus force on the negative charge. So obviously here force is not this electric field is not uniform. That means electric field on the positive charge obviously will be not will be equal to the electric field on the negative charge. That means force on the positive charge will be not equal to the force on the negative charge. So that is why I have tried to written here q e plus vector minus q e minus vector. So that because electric field is non-uniform, so we can write q is equal to q, that is bracket e plus vector minus e minus vector. So we can write this F vector, that is equal to q variation of electric field, that is delta E. So where this delta E basically, that is denotes the difference between the electric field at the plus end and to the field at the minus end. In order to find out the force on the dipole in non-uniform electric field, let us use some basic vector theorems which we have already done. So if you see that if we have a scalar function, if we write this scalar function as a variations of some scalar quantity, let us say that t is a scalar quantity. So we can write dt, that is the basic differentiation of that scalar quantity, that is t. So that can be also written as delta into t. So the delta basically denotes that the variation of scalar quantity t with respect to some variables, with respect to maybe time, with respect to maybe space, with respect to maybe theta, anything. So and it can be written as, so we have seen that dt or delta t can be written as, that is a partial differential of this t scalar function t. So that is del t upon del x into dx plus del t upon del y into dy plus del t upon del z into dz. Or we can write here this partial differential, that dt or delta t is equal to del t upon del x, x unit vector, del t upon del y, y unit vector, plus del t upon del z, z unit vector, dot product with dx x unit vector, dy y unit vector, dz z unit vector. If you take the dot product, we will get upper equation, that is del t upon del x dx plus del t upon del y dy plus del t upon del z dz. It means above equation can be written in this term, where this dx x unit vector, dy y unit vector, dz z unit vector, that is basically displacement vector. And this and first quantity, so therefore we can write dt or variation of scalar quantity, that is dt or delta t, that can be written as gradient of a scalar function t with dot product of displacement vector. So similarly, this vector identity can be used in present case, in case of force on the force on a dipole in non-uniform electric field. So we can apply. So here what we have basically electric field which is not uniform. So in present case, assuming that dipole is a very short, that is very small at short range, we may use the above equation to approximate the small change in the Ex. Let us say that is electric field. So Ex can be written as, that is delta x, that is variation in electric field, that is rate of change of electric field, what we have given in our case, that is non-uniform electric field. So delta Ex can be written as gradient of electric field with dot product of the d, that is the separation of the electric dipole. Or we can write del over Ex upon del x. Here Ex is the basically x component of the electric field, that is a scalar, and x component if you write, that is basically the x unit vector, x cap, that will give the direction to the electric field. So del Ex upon del x dx. Similarly we can write similarly for y component and z component, delta Ey delta z Ez, that is del del Ey upon del y into dy del Ez upon del z into dz. So if we write the this total electric field, that is delta E, that is variation in electric field, that is change in the electric field with respect to position, that is gradient of electric field x component, gradient of electric field y component, gradient of electric field z component into that is separation of the dipole d. So in present case, if you write here, let us say, so this first term can be written as, that is del Ex dx into dx plus del Ey del y into dy plus del Ez upon del z dz. Or we can write in mode, if you see, so dx plus dy plus dz can be taken out common like a displacement vector. So dx x unit vector, dy y unit vector, dz z unit vector with dot product with del upon del x unit vector, del upon del y unit vector, del upon del z unit vector, dot again dot product Ex x unit vector, Ey y unit vector, Ez z unit vector, where this obviously this E is electric field, and this del over dx x cap, that is basically del operator, and dx upon x unit vector, dy y upon y unit vector, dz upon z unit vector, that is displacement vector. So we can write this variations in electric field, that is change in electric field, a non-uniform electric field, delta E can be written as d, that is separation, that is basically separation between the two charges, that is d vector dot del vector bracket and then electric field vector E. Obviously we could have written, or therefore net force on the dipole we can write F is equal to, we know that is Q into delta E. So where this value of delta E we have already calculated, so we substitute the value of delta E, that F is equal to Q into delta E. In place of delta E we will write del d vector dot del vector bracket multiply, that is E vector. So this F is equal to QD dot del vector into E vector. So we have QD, that is basically dipole moment. So F is equal to P, that is P vector dot del operator bracket and then electric field E. So in case of non-uniform electric field, so there will be net force on the electric dipole, and that will be equal to F is equal to dipole moments vector P, electric dipole vector P dot del operator bracket close and then electric field E. So this is the basic we have find out the force on the electric dipole. Similarly, if you can write the torque, so obviously torque will be the exactly equal to what we have calculated if that we are calculated at the axis of the dipole. So here I have tried to solve some problems of the as an example. So there I have taken first problem from NCERT book. So that is basically chapter 1, that is problem. Why have I taken this problem? Because you have already done this problem, so that is why for your convenient I have taken this problem. So what is this problem? That is basically example. In a certain region of space, electric field is along the z direction throughout. The magnitude of electric field is however not constant. Here this electric field is basically changing but increases uniformly along the z direction. It means electric field is changing only in z direction at the rate of 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb meter. What are the force and torque experienced by the system having total dipole moment equal to the 10 power minus 7 coulomb meter in negative z direction? So this is the problem of NCERT. So let us try to solve. So how one can solve? What is given actually? So in order to tackle this problem, it is given that basically that electric field is non-uniform. That means electric field is basically changing in the positive z direction. So that how much electric field? That is the magnitude of electric field 10 power 5 Newton Newton per coulomb per meter. So that is the magnitude of electric field that is changing in z direction. And what else is given? That is basically given the dipole moment, that is 10 power minus 7 coulomb meter, that is given. So this two quantity is given. So we can write what is given, that is del d, change in electric field, that is d E upon dz. So that is given, that is 10 to power 5 Newton per coulomb meter. So here in this diagram I have shown, let us say x, y, z axis is there. So dipole is basically kept on, it is given in the problem that is basically dipole is kept on the z axis, that is basically dipole is expand from point A to point B. So obviously this here it is also given that dipole is basically in the negative z direction. That means negative charge will be at the positive z and positive charge will be at the negative z, because the dipole will points from negative to positive charge. So that is why this direction of P is basically in negative z direction. So I have written B point plus Q charge and A point is minus Q charge, and electric field is changing in positive z direction, that is dE upon dz, that is 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. So another quantity is given, that is Pz, that is the dipole electric dipole in z direction, that is minus 10 power minus 7 coulomb per coulomb meter. Negative sign shows that direction of P is basically in minus z axis. So we can write this force, that force is equal to, we know that F is equal to Q into E. Here electric field is changing, so that means variation of electric field, we can write F is equal to Q into dE. So this dE can be written as F is equal to Q dE upon dz into dz. So we can write Q dz into dE upon dz. Q dz is basically, that is basically equal to the dipole into the z direction. So this F is equal to Pz dE upon dz. The F, the value of F we can find out. The Pz is given, that is minus 10 power minus 7 coulomb meter, and then dE upon dz 10 power 5. So total force will be equal to F is equal to minus 10 power minus 2 Newton. So the force on the dipole is 10 minus